Good morning, everyone. This is our 10 a.m. version of the News Now. We are here at the Digital Desk. I'm Zach Logan. Now, this is our chance for us to kind of let you know what's going on and what we've been working on overnight this morning and what we will be working on later today. Now, we are streaming on several different platforms live right now, including our website, WTOC.com. You can check us out on our WTOC News app. Maybe some of you may be streaming us on Roku, Amazon Fire, or you could be joining us from social media like Twitter and Facebook. What's really cool about Facebook is that you can actually join in on our live chat. Tell us where you're watching from this morning. Go ahead and say hello. And if you have any questions or comments about the stories that we're about to go through, be sure to leave them in that chat section. So I do want to get to our first story this morning. We want to begin with an update in South Carolina, where one officer was killed and 6 other officers were injured after a shooting yesterday in Florence. And the suspect in that shooting is now in custody. Florence Police Department officer Terrence Caraway died after being shot. The 6 other officers shot included 3 Florence police officers and 3 county deputies. The incident began when officers went to serve a warrant at a home in Florence County yesterday afternoon, and a man began shooting. The Florence County Sheriff's deputy has also confirmed that a 20-year-old civilian man was also shot. And new information in the case just within the last hour, deputies have identified the alleged shooter as 74-year-old Fred Hopkins, who lived at the home where the incident occurred. Outside law enforcement has been brought in to help with this investigation. We'll continue to follow this story today, and we'll bring you any updates both on air and online. And the Senate Judiciary Committee received the FBI's report on Brett Kavanaugh and the allegations of sexual misconduct against him this morning. That comes just hours after Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell took a key procedural step in his confirmation to the Supreme Court. Now, he filed cloture, which limits the time senators can debate on Kavanaugh before they have to vote. Senators delayed a vote on Kavanaugh so the FBI could conduct the background investigation into the allegations of sexual misconduct against him. Senators will not be allowed to discuss the report publicly. That's something even Democrats are split over. A final vote on the nomination could come Saturday at the earliest. We do have an update this morning about a shooting near Daffin Park, which happened yesterday in Savannah. We're learning new information from City Councilman and former Savannah Police Public Information Officer Julian Miller. He posted on Facebook that it was actually a 16-year-old who was shot near Washington and B Road. Miller says the teen is expected to survive. He says the teenager got into a fight with people in another area and was actually walking on the east side of the park when a car pulled up and he was shot. Miller goes on to say that police have good leads on this case. And the reward for helping to solve a beloved community activist murder has grown even higher. A local church is pledging an additional $500 to Crime Stoppers for any tips that lead to an arrest in the murder of Seantre Grant. Grant was shot and killed outside his apartment back in June. Savannah police are still investigating. He was a beloved community activist and led the Bullhorn crew that tried to reduce gun violence. The total reward is now up to $3,000. If you have any information that may help investigators, you can call the Savannah Police Department or make an anonymous call to Crime Stoppers. That number, 912-234-2020. And if you had eggs for breakfast this morning, then you're going to want to double check on where they came from. Eggs shipped from Gravel Ridge Farms in Alabama have been linked to dozens of cases of salmonella. Those eggs were sold in Georgia stores, but no salmonella cases have been reported in the state so far. The CDC says these eggs never should have been sold, served, or even eaten. Several agencies are looking into why they were still shipped. And we do want to go ahead and take a live look now at our Tybee Island sky cam. There we go. Looking beautiful out there this morning. You know, they're getting ready for one of their largest festivals. It actually starts tonight. Organizers predict as many as 13,000 people could be on the island this weekend for the annual Pirates Fest. The city is using a security setup that's modeled after Savannah's St. Patrick's Day celebrations. The fun starts tonight with the Buccaneer Ball, and the festival starts in full tomorrow. It's also time for beer, brats, bands, and wiener dogs at the Savannah Waterfront Association's 35th annual Oktoberfest. The fun kicks off tomorrow afternoon at 4 over on River Street. Chefs will be serving delicious German foods and other inspired creations with live music on 2 stages in Morrill Park and Rusakis Plaza. This is an event the entire family can enjoy. Festivities go through Sunday. You can find all the details for both of these events. Just head to our website, WTOC.com. And I do want to go ahead and take a look at the chat room on Facebook. We've got a lot of people commenting on different stories this morning. A lot of you telling us where you're watching from. Tamika says she's from Beaufort. We've got Kimmy watching from Orlando, Florida. Annette watching all the way from California. So thank you guys so much for joining us this morning. Hey, it's looking like a pretty good weekend weather-wise. Cutter Martin's going to tell us more coming up at 11. We'll see you then.